Yeah, hi, welcome back to part two of our Mundi bash trip. And sadly, it's the journey home. After an unforgettable week of camping, we've packed up and left Broken Hill, made our way to Mildura for a quick pit stop. Here we caught up on some much needed washing and restocking of the groceries before hitting the road again. Our video actually picks up during a rainy drive as we crossed across the New South Wales to South Australian border, passing under the iconic Dunlop Bridge and rolling into Renmark. Despite the weather, the spirits were high, and things only got better when we discovered a hidden gem, the 23rd Street Distillery. Set in a historic winery, this distillery blends tradition with innovation. We were lucky enough to score a private tour with the head distiller himself. His passion and knowledge made for a truly memorable experience. It was easily the highlight of the day. Sadly, due to safety regulations, flammable materials and the risk of sparks from electronics and such, no phones or cameras were allowed inside. But trust me, it was an experience to remember. I really recommend this. So while exploring more of Renmark and the Loxton area, we stumbled upon a few quirky sights, including a giant pelican and the iconic Murray River Queen, a majestic paddle boat now moored along the river.
Stand at the pelican so I get a picture.
Yeah, we've got to get a size reference.
Get that camera fixed if you can't work it without me.
Get out there. Stand up there so your head's near the fish, please. That's a good point. Now go, Brian. Now here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Come in a bit. Stand beside the green. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Yep, good.
Bit more to the left.
Bit more.
Bit more to the left.
Do that one again. Lift your leg.
It was all totally unnecessary,
Yes.
I feel.
After our lovely visit, it's back under the Dunlop Bridge into New South Wales and prepare for our journey to Echuca. The drive to Echuca, when Di works out which way to point the camera, treated us to endless views of vibrant yellow fields of canola, dotted with fields of green wheat in between, nature showing off in full colour. High winds stopped me from flying over this canola, irrigated by a centre pivot irrigator. It would have been a perfect circle of yellow in a field of green. Yeah, while travelling we were dodging storms the whole way, drove through some fairly heavy rain. This one out on our right hand side, it looked particularly vicious. So we've safely arrived in Echuca, set the caravan up and go explore the area. I go back to revisit St Anne's Winery, where last year I purchased a 5-litre wine barrel and it needed a top up. So I got another 5-litre bottle to fill it. Then it's all aboard for a ride on the Canberra, a paddle steamboat, where we passed the paddle wheel of the Adelaide. And a little bit of history from the guy at the museum on the Adelaide was back in the early 60s. She was not seaworthy anymore, so in 1968 the Apex Club bought her and put her up in the garden, so up on high ground, as a display. Then in 88, Prince Charles and Lady Diana, who was then Prince Charles, now King Charles, they wanted to go and ride on the same boat that Mumsy rode on. So the Queen rode on the Adelaide back in the 40s sometime. And the government said, yeah, sure, we can get that boat back on the water and you can go for a ride on it. So for a 15-minute ride, they went and spent a heap of money. So anyway, lucky for the Adelaide, otherwise she'd still be sitting up there in the park rotting to pieces probably. Yeah, just another bit of information on the Adelaide. She is the oldest working boat in Australia and one of 3 of the oldest working boats in the world. Okay, back onto the cruise. We then passed the Etonia and noticed the cross on top. She was actually a preacher's boat and it paddled up and down the river doing marriages and burials and church services and whatever else. Yeah, a river with a lot of history, this one. Yeah, so the Pevensey, we went on her back in October last year and she's up here in dry dock. I think she's getting a new set of tyres on. There you go. Oh, I can see those.
Welcome back to all our Morrisburg winery people. It's really lovely lunch out there.
I reckon. That'll pretty much get us back.
That's on the way now.
So before wrapping up our time in Echuca, we walked across the park through a rotunda, and the rotunda's where the Adelaide used to sit. And they had rose bushes all planted around it, and anyway, across into the police station, which has now been turned into a museum. It's packed with interesting exhibits and local history. Definitely worth a look if you're in town and love a bit of history and heritage.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow.
See some of the medical equipment in there.
Ooh.
My God.
Here's that jail.
Here's the jar.
Come on, kiddies, come on in. It's free to get in, it's 50 to get out.
From Reapers Ford to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee.
What do you reckon this is, Greg? Looks like an old bingo machine. You roll her around until your lucky ball falls out of the hole.
Yeah.
When and where to blow, the sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on my mind. I miss the smoke on the Cumberland.
So we're back on the road again. We left Echuca and we make our way up to Deniliquin. It's only an hour up the road, and that's where we stopped in at the depot, an absolute gem of a motor museum. This place is packed with classic cars, motorbikes, and some serious automotive nostalgia, blending American and Australian motoring history in one top-notch collection. The family behind the depot have been in the petroleum business for generations, and it shows. The displays are rich with history, whole service station gear, oil bottles, and beautifully restored vehicles. If you're into anything with wheels or engines, it's well worth the stop. So I don't know what happened. I've lost the footage to this old Dodge Fargo fuel truck. What a beauty. Yep, so we're back on the road again, and you guessed it, we're driving past kilometres of canola again. And we pull up at Parks at the historic telescope there and have a look through the showroom there, and where I conveniently dropped the keys for the caravan in the car park. Lucky we had spares. And we rang these guys the next day, actually, not holding much hope in finding them, and the people in the gift shop ran out to the car park, and I described where we parked the caravan, and they found our keys. And luckily they've posted them back, so a good shout out to the guys at the Parks Telescope. Top people, and well worth a visit.
There's Sir Ralph Freeman and his engineering firm, who were the main designer of the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
I could do that all day. Yeah, plenty of things to keep the kiddies interested and out of trouble. So, who's been a naughty boy then? I reckon him. Anyway, so we keep on travelling north. Here we are going through Dunedoo. If you've never been to Dunedoo, now you have. And there's some more canola. Like I said, we passed hundreds of kilometres of this stuff. Unbelievable. And we got to this spot, Moonbi Park Lookout. What a bloody top spot to camp. It's nice, eh?
Yeah, beautiful.
Bloody well done.
Okay.
Well done, all that stone.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Get up and have a squizzy around.
Yeah, perfect.
Sun's trying to come up, and it's bloody cold. So yeah, just coming into Glen Innes now. Some more old looking buildings. Don't know how old. Google it. So we're heading up now to a spot they call the Standing Stones. And they've got all these stones, like Stonehenge over there in Scotland or wherever it is. And they've stood all these stones up, and they all mean something. I'll show you a few of them, but it's well worth a look. I think it's traditional to run around naked.
No.
I don't think. I don't think.
I thought, well, I got the camera out.
I don't think that's traditional, Brian.
Didn't, what's his name, the comedian, do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Billy Connolly, I couldn't think of his name at the time, but he ran around some stone structures somewhere. I can't remember where that was, and he stripped off and done it. Ancient marks where the Celtic druids drilled the stone and broke them. There's a bit of history for you.
So that you find the current month on the figure of the 8 and stand on the dot of the current week. So that's September in the first week. And then if you could see my shadow, it's just after 10.
Just after 10.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Pretty
Libby.
neat, isn't it?
That is neat.
I wonder, size-wise, how and which direction you have to point it in.
So this is cool. So looking out through them 3 stones is the sunrise of the winter solstice, and out through, in line with that stone,
Yes.
and between the other 2 is the summer longest day. Alright, so that's sunrise on the longest day of summer. That's sunrise, the shortest day of winter. Yeah, so this wall here, I thought it was, like you put your ashes of your dead relatives in there, but it's actually a wall of stones, like from all over Scotland and all that sort of stuff. So all historic places they've brought these stones home from. The stone from Moy Hall in Scotland. Well, there you go. Excalibur. So yeah, a big hill, but down the northern side, I suppose, of the Great Dividing Range and into Tenterfield. And Peter Allen singing The Saddler was ringing through my mind as we were driving down the street. So some good historic buildings here again. I don't know the ages of them, but very interesting looking place again. Yeah, so leaving Tenterfield with Peter Allen still singing in my head, I tried and failed to capture a shot of the old railway bridge. Only managed a quick glimpse before forgetting to turn the camera off, and well, accidentally filmed my nuts for the next 200 kilometres. So with flat batteries, we cruised through Stanthorpe, my camp just outside Toowoomba, and then the next day we hit the road again for the final stretch home to Mandubra. So thanks for watching. Hope you join me on the next one. Bye for now.